Hey guys, what's up? It's Mike here, and today I'm in the 2016 Ford Focus ST. It is the fully loaded trim of the Ford Focus with the ST3 package. As you can see here, or I'm hoping you can see it, is that it has the Recaro package and the interior. So we have these very bolstered seats. I mean, they look awesome, and for me sitting in them, I am 6'2". I'm pretty average build. I did a review of the 2015 Ford Focus last year, and what I said at that time is pretty much the same I'm going to say now, is that you know, they look cool and they do feel good. I mean, they hug you immensely. I mean, you feel like you can do 200 miles an hour in this turn here, although I'm just doing 35. But long term, I don't know if these seats will be something that would be comfortable. But either way, the ST3 package of the Ford Focus ST is the top of the line. So this car is equipped with every feature you can get for a Ford Focus nowadays. It has navigation, the big infotainment system, has a heated steering wheel, and one new feature that we will be taking a look at here in a minute that pertains to the interior. It is a very nice looking car in my opinion, and until we can get our hands on a Ford Focus RS, this is as close as you're going to get, in at least with Ford, when it comes to a hot hatch. A lot of traffic here today, so I am trying to get out on a more open road so we can open it up and get a feel for it and also listen to it. Because the Ford Focus ST does sound very good from the interior, and that is all because of sound enhancements. But it's better than nothing. Sound very, very good. I've been complaining in certain videos, it was the Fiesta ST and the Focus ST actually, videos of how bad a Mustang EcoBoost sounds. The Mustang really doesn't have anything to do with this review or the Ford Focus ST, but the Mustang has a 4-cylinder EcoBoost engine, a turbo engine. It's a great car, all in all, but whatever the Ford engineers did with the sound of the EcoBoost Mustang is just, I mean, I don't know what they were doing, because the car sounds horrible, but the ST versions of the Ford Fiesta and the Ford Focus sound great. So I've always been baffled at why couldn't Ford make the EcoBoost Mustang at least sound comparable, you know? Because otherwise it's a great car, but it really sounds like a 4-cylinder. It's just quiet, and that's just, you know, I just don't understand it. Because then when you jump into a Ford Focus ST like this, it sounds great, and you need some kind of sound when you're driving a car like this, because it is supposed to be a performance car. I mean, it can't be quiet. And this car moves. I mean, especially being front wheel drive, it does have a certain character to it. You get that torque steer when you're really stomping on it. Although the Ford Focus ST has a torque vectoring control to kind of try to tame that whole torque steer feature, applying the same amount of torque to each wheels. The Ford Focus ST has a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine that puts out 252 horsepower and 270 pound-feet of torque. The ST versions of the Ford Focus and the Ford Fiesta is only available in a manual. So if you're interested in buying one of these and you don't know how to drive a manual, you better learn, because there is no automatic option whatsoever. Yeah, these seats, they really hug you. I just don't know how comfortable it would be long term. I have heard from customers of mine saying that the seats, they do, with time, moisten up a little bit, I guess, so it's not quite as claustrophobic, maybe you can say. But they do look amazing though, and it gives a certain feel to the Ford Focus or the Ford Focus ST that you're supposed to get when you're driving this car, and that's what Ford is looking for as well in their marketing of this car. I've always said that my ideal Focus ST would be an ST1, where you get the regular cloth seats but still get the infotainment system with the Sony stereo system and the Sync 3 touchscreen. That is not available for the ST1 package. So if you get more of a base model ST, you're looking at no touchscreen, just more basic, buttons, not the big stereo system and that kind of thing. The ST handles very well. Hardly any body roll. The 18-inch wheels really feel like they hug the road well. It is a car where you really feel that turbo boost come on. I don't really feel that same boost in my Ford Fusion with the EcoBoost engine. But this car is also smaller and it has more power. There's a charm about driving a turbocharged car where you can really feel the turbo. As I mentioned earlier, the 2016 model of the Ford Focus ST comes with some upgrades from the 2015 model year. So what I think we should do is park the car and, as always, do a full in-depth tour of the 2016 Ford Focus ST. Okay, so the Ford Focus ST that we're checking out today is in the color Shadow Black. Give you a walk around here so you can see it from every angle. Typical Ford Focus ST has the center dual tip exhaust. Ford Focus doesn't make a lot of noise from this exhaust system though. I mean, it can be changed with a aftermarket exhaust, but we're going to start it up here so you can hear it at least. So not that much of a growl. It sounds a whole lot better from the inside with the sound enhancements, as you guys just heard when we were on the test drive. The ST badge, for those of you that don't know, it stands for Sport Technologies and not standard transmission, as a gentleman once told me. Alright, we have the 18-inch wheels. Sitting on 235/40 diameter P0 Pirelli tires. Summer only compound in those tires, so these tires actually do wear out pretty quick if you are heavy on the throttle. I have one customer, he had to get new tires before even, what was it, 10,000 miles. As we get to the front fascia of the Focus ST, black grille gives it a very aggressive look. Now, since 2015, the ST gets the LED daytime running strip. It also gives it a pretty aggressive look. I really like that feature, along with HID headlights and LED fog lights. Now, the engine is the 2-liter 4-cylinder EcoBoost engine, putting out 252 horsepower and 272 pound-feet of torque. As you can see, a lot of plastic. Even the battery cover, or even the battery is covered by a plastic cover, as you can see here. Aggressive wing. The top of the hatch distinguishes the ST from regular Ford Focuses, along with the wheels, of course. Now, the key fob is the same fob that's been around for a while now. You have unlock, lock, and the trunk popper right here. I'm gonna take a look at the trunk. Plenty of room. I mean, it's not tons of it, but to be a hatchback, you have a good amount of cargo space here. You have a cargo shade or a cargo cover. And also, since this is an ST3 trim level of the Ford Focus ST, you get Sony stereo system. You have a subwoofer sitting back here. Handles to easily close the hatch. Your backup camera is right there. I'm going to lock it again. And to show you here, I'm going to put the key back in my pocket. Focus comes with the smart key access fob, and basically just put your hand on the door handle. You can lock it as well, as long as you have the key within 3 feet vicinity of the vehicle. Put your hand on the door handle and you can step inside. Now, this interior is truly beautiful. The Recaro seats, and new for this year for the ST3 trim level is that you can get a carbon fiber accent package. That's what they're calling it. So you get carbon fiber details right here in the door, as well as the emergency brake or the handbrake and the gear shifter knob. Just very nice detail that kind of spiffs up the interior and the appearance of the Ford Focus ST. Take a quick look at the sticker here. This car is priced at $31,220. It is the 402A package, which includes everything. It's a heated steering wheel, heated mirrors, navigation, and the carbon fiber accent package, as I just mentioned. You have the moonroof as well. We're going to take a look at that. It's always nice to have a performance car that gets pretty good gas mileage. 31 highway, 22 city, 25 on average. Obviously depends on the way you drive. As I mentioned already, Focus ST only available in a manual. So you better learn how to handle the third pedal if you want to drive an ST, versus, whether it's a Focus or a Fiesta. But let's jump inside the 2016 Ford Focus ST. All right. So there isn't a lot of room in the ST, whether it's an ST or just a regular Focus. If you're sitting behind someone my height, for instance, driving, I'm 6'2", that was my current driving position. This is kind of what the knee room and leg room would look like. Pretty tight here. I mean, they do have a kind of cut in section here so you have more room, and without that it would definitely be a challenge to sit back here. But I mean, it's not a big family car. This isn't a Ford Explorer or anything, so I mean, what do you expect? I could sit back here, but after a while it would get a little cramped. Yeah, the headroom, it'll work. I mean, if I stretch myself, I'll bump my head there, but what are you gonna do? It's a little hatchback. Okay. Steering wheel in the Ford Focus, you have a flat bottom, typical racing or at least hot hatch style of a steering wheel. It's a nice steering wheel, leather wrapped, very nice feel to it. We're actually going to start it up right away here. Push button start, put the clutch down, foot on the brake. So while we're here by the steering wheel, I'll show you here quite a few buttons, volume buttons. We're gonna turn the music down here. Volume buttons, you have your voice activation button here.
Please say a command.
Sirius Baseball.
Tuning to baseball.
It means
It's a very, very good infotainment system with this new ST3 system that came out last year. So what we have here, I mean, I have a separate video going over the ST3 infotainment system, but I'll show you here real quick. First, we're going to turn down the fan a little bit. So it's an 8-inch touchscreen, and basically you have your menu bar down here that is always available for audio. Just click there, and then you have your different sources: AM, FM, Sirius, Bluetooth, stereo. Your phone, navigation, apps, settings. You can scroll just like a smart tablet. Backup camera. Very good system. The Sony stereo system is a 390 watt system stereo. Showed you the subwoofer in the back already. Alright, so the center stack below the infotainment system here, you basically have your heated seats right here, climate control. And the Ford Focus ST comes with dual climate control, so you can set the temperature individually for each side, whether the passenger wants it hot or cold. And you have a USB port right here, and a cubby right here as well. And then right below it here we have the traction control button, and then get the hair off of here and then the heated steering wheel as well. So very nice for winter driving, although I wouldn't really buy this car to drive it in the winter time. That's not something I really recommend unless you want to go buy winter tires. But yeah, it's nice to have a heated steering wheel. I have it in my car. It's an excellent feature. Then here we have the shift knob in the carbon fiber accent package. So just a very nice looking shift knob. Feels good, easy to maneuver the gears. Reverse is that way. Just pull this little lever up here and then you move it. And then obviously first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. So it's a 6-speed manual transmission, the only type of transmission you can get in a Ford Focus ST. Moving down here, you have cup holders, and you can't really see that now, but the car comes available with ambient lighting, which will light up on your feet at nighttime, and also in the door handles right here. And you can shift it to different colors, and that button is right there. Yeah, you can't really see it in the daytime. This Focus ST comes with a sunroof. Close the shade there. Then up here you have your oil temperature and so on, your PSI, and all the information you might need from a turbo hatchback. Tachometer, speedometer, and in the middle here you have the trip computer, which is navigated through the buttons on the left side of the steering wheel. So as I scroll down, starting with this menu right here, you have 4 types of information: your trip meter, your average miles per gallon, and bottom left here is your instant miles per gallon, and then how many miles you have to empty tank. I can scroll down and get a digital speedometer, trip odometer, and all the information in one spot. Click left, you have 2 different trip meters, you have information and settings and so on. The cruise control is on the left side of the steering wheel as well, and we went over these buttons already. I love these Recaro seats. They do look amazing. Let's take a look at the armrest here and what we have in there. It's pretty deep cubby, and you have another USB port and a 12-volt down there. The technology in these Fords are really good. The Bluetooth system is excellent. You can sync up to 12 phones. I don't know why you can sync that many phones, but you can, and obviously play all your music and all the voice commands that are available for this car as well. Just makes life a whole lot easier while driving. All the voice commands are basically there to help you with safety while driving. Never have to take your hand off the wheel. If you need the car to change the climate or make a phone call or change the radio station, that kind of thing, you can just do it by using a voice command. Down here we have the light switches. Turn them all the way to the right. That's for the automatic lights. Then you have interior dimming, and then your fog light button right there. The driver's seat in the Focus ST3 is a 8-way power seat. Still doesn't tilt though, which is a bit of a letdown. You have power lumbar and so on. So I mean, the Focus ST with the ST3 package is still a very comfortable car, even though it's supposed to be very performance inspired and so on. But I mean, long term, again, I keep debating these Recaro seats. I don't know if I could live with them long term, but you know, as maybe a weekend driver, if you just want to, you know, go out and have some fun and do some spirited driving, then definitely I would not mind having the Recaro package if I was buying a Ford Focus ST. But I think that's it for today's review of the 2016 Ford Focus ST with the ST3 package. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. If this is your first time checking out the channel, please browse it, watch some of the other videos. If you like them, hit that subscribe button. And remember to share this video with a friend that you know would enjoy it. Until next time, guys, bye-bye.